Coming up on CBC Vancouver News. An apology from the OpenAI CEO to Tumbler Ridge. Reaction from the community.
Make it better, and then we'll believe you.
And criticism from the Premier. Plus, a $4 billion pipeline expansion approved to move more natural gas from northern BC.
We're going to have shovels in the ground this summer.
It's going to be taxpayers holding the bag, and it's going to be our climate impacts that we're all experiencing together.
The province welcomes the move, while others warn of the climate impacts. And nearly 1 year after the Lapu Lapu Day Festival tragedy,
oh my gosh,
one family's story of recovery, and the little boy who defied the odds.
He's really, really strong, despite all the trauma the family went through, but he's still enjoying himself. And again.
This is CBC Vancouver News.
Hello, I'm Michelle Ghoussoub. Thanks for joining us. The CEO of tech giant OpenAI has apologized to the BC town of Tumbler Ridge for staying quiet about the violent musings of a teenager who later carried out a deadly mass shooting. Tanya Fletcher shows us how that apology is being received.
Nearly 3 months after Tumbler Ridge was rocked by tragedy, an apology to the community. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman acknowledging in a letter his company's failure to flag the shooter's ChatGPT account. "I'm deeply sorry that we did not alert law enforcement," he writes. "While I know words can never be enough, I believe an apology is necessary to recognize the harm and irreversible loss your community has suffered."
Well written, well received, but go fix it now. The proof is in the pudding.
The community still mourning the 8 people killed, including 6 children, one of the worst mass shootings in Canadian history. For BC Premier David Eby, it's not enough, writing, "The apology is necessary, yet grossly insufficient for the devastation done to the families of Tumbler Ridge." OpenAI has faced criticism for failing to notify the RCMP after it banned the shooter's account over posts about gun violence last June. The family of 12-year-old Maya Gabala, who remains in hospital, is already suing the company. The lawsuit claims the company had specific knowledge of the shooter's long-range planning but took no steps to act. But whether the apology itself is an admission of responsibility is unclear.
Is at the very least a recognition that there is a relationship between what happens inside the black box of a generative large language model like ChatGPT and its ability to affect the real world.
The district of Tumbler Ridge has acknowledged OpenAI's apology letter, but didn't directly comment.
Anything that they do is going to fall short. They can't. The outcome that everybody would prefer, which is to have the kids back, that's not something that they can do.
Premier Eby met with the mayor of Tumbler Ridge this week and said police are in the final stages of their investigation into the shooting. After that, a coroner's inquest will take place. Tanya Fletcher, CBC News, Vancouver.
The federal government has approved the expansion of a major natural gas pipeline here in BC. The Sunrise Expansion Project will add new pipeline along Enbridge's existing north-south route. The province is lauding the approval, but as Jessica Chung explains, others are concerned about the environmental impact.
A $4 billion pipeline expansion project approved by the federal government. It would expand an existing natural gas pipeline from BC's northeast to the Canada-US border. It starts with new facilities in Chetwynd, with new looping segments added through the interior towards Chilliwack and the US border. The project will add almost 140 kilometers of new pipe, increasing the system's capacity by 300 million cubic feet per day. The province says it will make BC's energy sector more resilient.
And that's what we're doing. Otherwise, we're still producing natural gas. It's all going either to the United States or used domestically. And this allows us to, at a time when there's real opportunity around the world, to upgrade the value of that resource, and I think that's important.
Ottawa says the goal is to heat more homes, businesses, schools, and hospitals, all while adding thousands of jobs and ensuring enough gas supply as export facilities like Squamish's Woodfibre LNG comes online. The project comes as there's growing concern over energy security.
We already have pipelines going down to the U.S.
And it does make sense to build out that pipeline network because, with the crisis in Iran, there's going to be a spike in demand for natural gas. In general, electricity prices are going up. It probably does make sense to approve these pipelines at this time.
But some aren't convinced.
I think this project is an example of us betting billions of dollars on an industry that won't pay off. And it's going to be taxpayers holding the bag, and it's going to be our climate impacts that we're all experiencing together.
Construction is expected to begin this summer. Jessica Chung, CBC News, Vancouver.
This Sunday will mark 1 year since the Lapu-Lapu Day tragedy. 11 people were killed last April 26th. Many more had their lives changed forever. Blaine Redlack was injured and his partner was among those killed. He's calling out the government and Filipino BC because of the barriers he's faced as he's tried to navigate this last year.
After I began publicly questioning their actions on social media, as they were posting pretty re-traumatizing videos of my spouse moments before she died, and they didn't listen to me the first time I asked them to take it down. They had finally called and wanted to help me pay for an MRI, but MSP had finally booked me for an appointment. One of the largest grant recipients, I see it as an ethical obligation to help serve the victims that fell between very obvious gaps.
The CBC spoke with other survivors, including the family of a toddler who was critically injured and the nurse who jumped in to save his life. Here's a segment of a documentary by reporter Lindsay Duncombe.
Jeb de la Cruz suffered severe injuries, a skull fracture, broken ribs, broken clavicle, a lacerated spleen, damage to multiple organs.
I'm just so hopeful that he is alive.
In a different hospital, Val de la Cruz woke up with a head injury, a damaged shoulder, and shame.
When I was in the hospital, I'm really thinking that it's my fault. I'm the one who's holding with him. I didn't even protecting him.
Doctors kept Jeb in an induced coma for 2 weeks. When they woke him up, the toddler wanted to move but had to stay still. He turned 2 in hospital and kept getting better and better.
And after 2 months, yes, Jeb did a lot of improvements as well. It's just little by little.
Let's do it. Let's do this one. Come on in. Come on.
Now, look. Jeb has to be careful not to bang his head, but he is so much better, down to checkups at the hospital every 3 months.
Hello, hello. So let's play it with this one that you like. Here. Okay, ready? Let's play. Loud, 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 loud.
This is his twice-weekly music class.
Yellow, green, orange, blue, purple, white, red.
He's moving, pain-free, learning quickly.
Okay, sweetie, let's go. Let's go back, sit down.
And teacher Heather Darris believes he's healing emotionally, too.
He's really, really strong, despite all the trauma the family went through, but he's still enjoying himself. He's really, really remarkable and enjoying the moment.
Red, red, red. Excellent.
It's like normal kid. When I saw him at music therapy, like no accident happened to us.
You can watch the entire CBC documentary tonight on the National and on our website anytime. The City of Surrey is making the public aware of unpermitted construction at 2 homes where additional units were added. As Saurabh Sandhu reports, it's part of the city's efforts to crack down on illegal construction.
A single-family home in Surrey's Bear Creek neighborhood and another in the Strawberry Hill area are the 2 latest properties the City of Surrey is calling out for unpermitted construction. After a hearing Monday afternoon, Council voted to attach notices to their land titles.
With that, realtors, potential buyers, financial institutions, insurance companies. As you know, insurance companies, you can't really lie to them about anything. So they're all privy to that information.
The city says, among other things, both the properties had multiple units added without acquiring any permits.
I think the main goal is to create these dwelling houses and collect rent. Issue becomes when you have several illegal built dwelling houses or suites, and all of them are occupied by people.
The city of Surrey created an illegal construction enforcement team in 2022. Johal says since then it has received thousands of complaints of illegal construction in the city.
Any of the cities in the Lower Mainland where you have a lot of development pressure, it's kind of perennially hard to make sure that people are A, honoring the zoning, and B, even large developers are honoring the deals that they strike with municipal governments.
Last year, the city got court orders for demolishing unpermitted construction on 3 properties.
To take a property to that stage, it takes a long time. Obviously, we want to give the owners the benefit of the doubt. We want to work with them. We want to ensure that they know the rules, the bylaws, so they can bring the property into compliance.
Now the city is urging those undertaking new builds or renovation projects to obtain proper permits beforehand.
It's really protecting yourself and your investment in your home, is making sure that you do things above board, whether it's permits, contracts, and working with professionals.
The city is reminding those on the market for a new home to also be aware of unpermitted construction.
The onus is on the owner to do your due diligence and find
Saurabh Sandhu, CBC News, Surrey.
One of Vancouver's biggest summer events returns this weekend. The Richmond Night Market is marking its 26th year of food and festivities, but its founder says rising costs and permit challenges could mean this year is its last.
The costs have super jump high now. To us to run an event this scale, we need the revenue.
The event is leaning into an international theme in anticipation of the global crowds coming to Metro Vancouver for the Men's FIFA World Cup. It will run every Friday to Sunday until September 20th. And Vancouver's Dr. Sun Yat-sen Classical Chinese Garden is celebrating its 40-year anniversary. Since its opening, it has become a well-loved hub for Chinese music, arts, and horticulture.
We carry this vision, this mission to protect the garden and to see it flourish for many decades to come. And this is just the first 4 decades.
The garden opened just before Expo 86 and is recognized as the first full-scale classical Chinese garden built outside of China. Those who gathered to celebrate the milestone call it a gift to the city. The BC Wildfire Service is currently monitoring over 20 fires across the province, warning some communities to keep an eye on potential sparks.
The fire danger rating is currently low to moderate for across the province, but you do see these pockets of high and extreme fire danger ratings in the Kamloops Fire Center, Caribou Fire Center, and the Prince George Fire Center as well.
This video shows smoke and flames from the Connie Lake fire burning out of control 180 kilometers west of a 100-mile house in the Caribou Fire Center. It has caused an evacuation alert affecting 10 properties. BC Wildfire has implemented a ban on Category 2 and 3 fires in that region. Darius Maravi joins us now with a first look at the weather.
Fire. I want to talk about fire first. This is a map of those active fires that you mentioned. We have a number that are under control, and my legend has glitched. I apologize. Under control, being held, and out of control are the categories there. Red, the Connie Lake fire, out of control. We can zoom in a little bit more here and look at that fire perimeter. You can see it just kind of around the edge of that lake here. Once this loads in, there we go, just around the edge of the lake here. We'll be keeping a close eye on that. We are seeing some strong winds blowing out of some of the inlets, as well as in some of the more inland parts of the province. Much of southern BC in the interior is not as abnormally warm as we are here on the south coast, but still temperatures and a lack of humidity, definitely something to be watching, and of course, lack of precipitation. So we'll be keeping a close eye on that. Hopefully it doesn't develop too much further. But like you said, fire danger does remain high or extreme in several areas in the south.
Thanks, Darius.
Thank you.
A tourism boom hitting the shores of Nanaimo. It's the first cruise ship docking of the year. What it means for the island city, next. You know the saying, if you build it, they will come. That's a lesson learned firsthand by people living in Nanaimo. The city built a new ship dock in 2011 with aspirations to one day host up to 30 summer cruises. And as Claire Palmer tells us, this year's numbers are showing promise.
Welcome to Nanaimo. If you're on an excursion, just go right.
That's the sound of about 1,000 people arriving in Nanaimo, disembarking for a port of call from an Alaskan cruise, the Holland Nordam. It's the first cruise ship of the summer.
We are so thrilled. We really feel like Nanaimo has a lot to offer.
It's the first of 4 stops from this particular ship, with 8 stops planned in Nanaimo for the summer. Kelly says Nanaimo is becoming an attractive destination for boutique cruises.
We're able to really offer a white glove service, servicing just one ship at a time.
Down on the waterfront, shops say the return of cruise ships in recent years is welcome. Kira Mayer is the owner and manager of Newfoundland to Nanaimo. She says the return has been crucial.
We'll see a nice buzz down here on the harbor, and it's always good to have folks coming to Nanaimo, no matter who brings them in and how they get here. We're really looking forward to the cruise ships, but we're also looking forward to all our tourists that come this year.
Tourism Vancouver Island says cruise ships stopping in Nanaimo is great for tourism. Research shows that visitors surveyed have a high desire to come back to the island after spending their one-day port of call exploring, and that the Nanaimo dock has a lot of potential to grow in the coming years.
Over time, it will come. When Victoria started welcoming ships, it was a very small number, and it has grown to over 300 now. So whether Nanaimo ever gets there, I'm not sure, but I think that they'll meet their goal in time.
Kelly says ships build their itineraries 3 years out, and that she has high hopes that Nanaimo will hit that 30-ship goal in the next 5 years. Claire Palmer, CBC News, Nanaimo.
About 150 people near Fort St. John remain under evacuation order or alert. As Matt Prepost reports, it's after a landslide cut off the only road to Old Fort.
It's a beautiful day for a walk, just not through a slide.
Kelly Ziebert walks through mountains of mud and dead grass that have heaved off the hills just south of Fort St. John.
Look how far the road slid down here. I think they're talking 50, 60 meters.
This is the third landslide here since 2018. And once again, it's destroyed the only road to this community of 150 people next to the Peace River.
Well, there's always a sense of uneasiness living in the proximity to a slide.
Ziebert has lived here for 20 years, calling it a beautiful area to farm and raise a family.
It's not a good feeling. It's will you ever see value again in your residence? Are you going to be able to sell your place and make money on it and go into retirement? You know, there's a lot of things like this. Is it a safe place to live? Is the government doing anything?
The province says geotechnical staff are on site and actively monitoring the slide's movement.
There's a deep-seated instability just with the makeup of the geology of the soil in the area. There's a lot of factors that combine in any sort of a geotechnical event, but obviously with the snow melt going on right now, tied to freshet, that's probably was the factor that had it moving.
The province says the area is still moving unpredictably and that it won't be able to restore temporary road access until the slide stops.
PRRD have a geotechnical engineer as well? Yeah, isn't that the truth? Yeah. Okay, well that sounds good, Sheldon.
About half the community has evacuated. Many others have stayed behind, crossing this broken road on foot or ATV to get to work or check in on neighbors. Ziebart says whatever the province does next needs to give residents peace of mind.
Temporarily building a road over an active slide, you're going to live through this every 4 years, you know. It's unfortunate that the people of the Old Fort community have gotten used to it. That's what's not right about it, you know, and we accept that, and the government accepts that as well.
Matt Prepost, CBC News, Fort St. John.
Here's a look at a sunny midday in Nanaimo. A great weekend ahead. Darius will have your full provincial forecast next.
Hi, I'm Amy Bell, and this is your CBC Inbox.
Join CBC and the Canadian Mental Health Association, BC Division, for the Compassionate Minds Luncheon. On May 6, hear from a dynamic panel on why early intervention matters. Tickets at bc.cmha.ca. And on May 12th, join CBC's Benit Brach at Surrey's Top 25 Under 25, an awards reception honoring the remarkable achievements of Surrey's top young leaders. Tickets at swrbot.com.
Darius Maravi joins us now with his full BC weather forecast. Beautiful outside here, but that's not the case everywhere.
That's right. I mean, in the southeastern corner of BC, including that, we have some unsettled, less pleasant conditions, but nothing like what we have in other parts of the prairies with this massive snowstorm happening. The main route between Edmonton and Fort McMurray virtually entirely cut off for much of today, and some people stranded on that road since last night. So major storm here that fortunately is going to be coming to an end overnight tonight, and by tomorrow morning, pretty much everywhere should be mostly done with the snow, certainly with the heavy snow. But it's not just the snow that's coming down, it's also these winds. So that means that, once some of that snow has fallen, even if it's on the lighter side, we have those winds picking it up, making near zero visibility, meaning travel has been very difficult in these areas all day. Again, fortunately, improving conditions are expected as we head into the weekend. Here in BC, conditions actually remain pretty consistent into the weekend. Still very little, if any, precipitation, maybe a little bit popping up in the far southeast, so the East Kootenay, the Golden area, but otherwise lots of sunshine, very little chance for precipitation in most areas. You did see that little pulse coming down the coast as we get into Tuesday. That's probably when we would see that if we are going to overnight or late Monday into Tuesday. Really only a slight chance, though, very much up in the air. Probably just looking at some cloud, but the chance of a light shower Monday evening is there. Temperatures remain a little bit above normal here on the coast and close to normal in the southern interior, albeit windy, so definitely feeling a little bit cooler. As we get into early next week, though, temperatures start to climb across southern BC and in some parts of the north as well. Again, pretty easy forecast for tomorrow. A little bit of showery activity in parts of the southeast with a slight chance of a flurry early in the morning. And then here's our 5-day forecast with plenty of warm inland temperatures on the way.
Thanks, Darius.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us on CBC Vancouver News. You can watch this newscast on CBC Gem, our free app, as well as on YouTube and our website, cbc.ca/BC. Have a great night.